Welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Today we're going to do the famous strategy speed run. I need to give you a disclaimer. This show is not scripted. It is completely freestyle.
Did someone say it was scripted?
This show is not scripted, so it is 100% real and genuine. Nobody is
so
scripting.
unscripted.
Nobody is scripting anything. Yeah. So if I goof up, I make a mistake, you know what? It's fucking real.
Do you have your lav mics on you?
It's real. Nobody's scripting anything here. This is coming out of here.
The noggin. For people who are just now seeing this, who don't know us, strategy speed run is where our people tell us or they give us business ideas. They give us a business that is already running, and we give you a way to grow that business, to revolutionize that business, and it's speed, it's quick. We don't know what they're gonna say, we don't know anything, it's unscripted. What am I saying that's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay, let's go.
But what I do is I decommoditize it.
You love that word.
You tell me a business, and I tell you if a way to build that business, grow that business,
And revolutionize it.
and kick your competitors' asses.
Damn. All right, let's run it. What? That's a good one. That's a very good one. There should be different silos of movie theaters, and I've been saying this for a while. I think a company tried to do this, and they're doing it right now, but they're not promoting it properly. But there should be almost like buying a ticket on a plane. There should be the regular movie theater that we have now. And then there can be like an upcharge for a luxury theater where instead of it being like chairs like in AMC or in Regal or whatever, it's like almost like, what are those things next to pools? Cabanas? Is that what it's called? A cabana?
Yes.
Right? What is the word for that so people know what I'm talking about? Is that...
Oh, the day beds.
Yeah, like a day bed. It could be a bed and it's covered and it has this, maybe like a drape over it where you and two other people or your significant other or whatever can go sit there and hang out and, have a drink or whatever. There's different, sectors of kind of like buying a seat on a plane. There's first class, there's regular, there's this, whatever. I think that movie theaters should start doing this because I've been to dine-in theaters and they're great. I love them. But if they were modernized or if they were changed, where there's a little, I feel like it would do very, very well.
Yeah, I think that would be more of an experiential reinvention or rework.
Which people would pay for that.
Of the, typical movie theater type of.
Why people have.
I would also try to get better quality food at the theater.
Exactly.
Pop your popcorn in coconut oil.
Well,
nobody wants that soybean trash.
Well, I was talking about more like a legitimate meal. Like that's more just like, hey,
nobody wants the soybean trash. Better quality food at the what do they call that?
Theater?
The theater food area.
Yeah. Well, no, you should be
the concession stand.
Well, think about Chunky's. You should be able to order it when you're sitting down. Like you go and you sit down in that nice area and
then you got the waitresses disrupting the movie and walking around. That I don't like. That way, no, I want you to be able to order like a sub, a sandwich, good quality food, whatever it is, and bring it to your thing. Now, I do think that the seats, aside from reclining, should have a foldable tabletop you can pull out and unfold in front of you so you can put your food on a tabletop.
Wait, I just thought of something.
What?
Are you still going?
You can go.
What if, I don't know how this would work, but if I could go onto an app, I could schedule a movie for this luxury version of a theater, and I could say, we're in the mood for this food. And you're able to like order takeout almost, like Chinese food, Indian food, maybe like fast food, and you can eat that there. Tell me not. That's DoorDash combined with the theater.
But they would have to, I would say that the theater would have to charge like a $5 fee to bring in food from the outside.
But people would pay that.
Yes.
For an experience.
Yes.
Like if you can go and sit down and you can eat fucking, like that would be dope.
Yeah.
Exactly. Chipotle in the theater is fire, except it makes a mess.
Here's another opportunity for a movie theater to be different, is that when people are in the theater, I don't care what anybody says, it always says, shut your phone off. Well, people fiddle on their phone throughout the movie. What if they offered an interactive experience where you could log on and comment on the movie as you're watching it? This would be experiential for the end user sitting down in that seat, and they could like comment on the movie.
Wait. I don't think we should say that because that's a genius idea.
Yeah, but then
because
but then also the theaters could collect that data and give it back to the movie companies to give you live scene by scene data on how people were reacting to the scenes. And this would give the movie companies a little bit more intelligence on how society or people or the viewers are reacting to the movie. I think reinventing the whole theater experience and looking at the little things of like what customers would gravitate to, what customers would not like.
That's a test.
You have to go across the board, but I think improving the experience,
that's the main thing.
Going outside of the norm of the typical, and then also just reworking that entire food option at the movie theater, which is I don't eat any of that shit.
The thing
I get a soda water.
Yeah, so I've seen stuff like that.
Soda water. But that's what I get at a movie theater.
The thing is too is I go to the one there's
bubbly water.
Okay. I go to this dine-in theater. It's about an hour away, and it's obviously a little bit more expensive, but I'll do that. I'll pay the extra whatever. I'm a big fan of experiences, right?
Yeah.
And so from experience, if I have that option, I would 100% do that. Go to a more luxurious movie theater. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? I feel like there's so many options, and for some reason, I don't really understand why businesses haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
But all right, next one.
Start an ice cream stand that specializes in a variety of unusual flavors. Have flavors custom blended, but first do research on the most popular flavors across the country. All the big brands. There must be some type of ice cream data out there. And then come up with a healthy variation or a regular variation. Because there's a lot of people that say are watching their calories, watching their carbs, watching their sugar. You have diabetics. There are some new, or I guess you could say, sweeteners that are becoming more aware, or people are becoming more aware of it, like allulose. Man, I understand. I haven't tasted this yet, but mixing allulose. When you mix allulose and allegedly monk fruit together, it has a similar taste profile as sugar, and these are derived from fruit. Cocktail. I'm off topic.
Wait,
they're derived from fruit, and it's a healthier option. So you should have an ice cream creamery make you custom batches of like strawberry cheesecake, but made with allulose and monk fruit. So, but it would be a healthier option because there's so many people on keto, and there's so many people watching their shit, and then your child wants to get ice cream, and you're like, I've been good all week. Fuck. You know, and you don't want that aspartame trash. You don't want sucralose. You want something somewhat natural. So this is going to be the next big thing that I heard, that ice creams and stuff and sweeteners for people that watch their shit are going to be sweetened with allulose, or sometimes an allulose monk fruit. You don't want xylitol or any of that trash. In my opinion, it's not. I don't like it. I don't like the taste. But this is going to be the idea of the ice cream shop, where there'll be a healthier option for you.
There should be a pet store where you can type in exactly what you want, and they can GMO that shit. And no, don't do that. Let me think.
I have an idea, but it would make waves. If you offered veterinary services within the pet store, You always tease me because I say membership, but like for a for a subscription. No, really.
What? But
Because the veterinary service, rather than surprising people with these big bills, the pet store could have an in-house veterinary service that's just as good, but it would cost $50 a month.
pet insurance.
No,
That's pet insurance.
it will be a medical plan.
Amazon
Medical
doing that. It's
service
pretty
plan.
interesting stuff.
A medical service plan. Different.
Okay, pet store.
Because insurance is for the what if. A medical service plan could be, well, you'll be provided these immunizations, shots, whatever, checkups, and a package over the course of the dog or the cat's life period.
You know, I don't know if this is the thing, but you know how like on different foods, like there's different labels of it's like weird, like labels, like that, like if you're buying a certain food, you see this label and you're okay, they're certified by these people or whatever. I wonder if there's like a thing for pet for breeders or whatever, where they can be certified. I mean, there's got to be a certification thing where it's like humanely breeded. You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing I can think of, but that should be a thing.
I also think that used things that might be used that might be enjoyed by another pet for someone who might not be as well off to afford all these toys and doodads and things. Say this is like a dog toy that maybe the dog didn't really play with, but it's technically used. They should have a section of the store where it's donated, but the store still sells it, but they sell it at a discount or something like that. I don't know. Rather than just to try to avoid waste, that way they would become viewed as a more of a green company.
Are we talking about a adoption center or a legitimate pet store for pet Oh, that's
what I was thinking the whole time.
Oh,
Because Petco, I think they have like grooming services and stuff like that. I was like, why not just have full veterinary services?
one thing that I thought of when they said that was more or so like imagine like if like you look at the PetSmart and stuff and they bring their dogs in. People want to bring their dogs in. People want them to be, you know, part of that, whatever.
They're welcomed.
They're welcomed. What if there was like an indoor dog park, but like, you know, like a store involved in it? Like it was like you go in and it's like this, it's almost like a dome, like in like the whatever. It doesn't have to be. It can just be a store, like a warehouse. But you know, there's grass on the floor. The what is it called? The
AstroTurf.
Yeah, the turf on it, and you know, you go in, you let your dog run around, and you can browse at different toys and stuff like that. Where it's like a dog park and a pet store.
Yeah.
And like in the middle, like maybe you walk in and in the middle there's the big grass field and you kind of let them run around, and around that grass field is almost like different kiosks or different, you know, things of different brands of toys. Maybe food is in the section, and you know, that would be interesting. But I'm think of ways to revolutionize it or to change it up, you know.
Make the snacks free. I want to fucking...
Yo, I once...
You want to have a hotel that's going to get booked up like crazy? You could even charge an extra $50 a night, but the stress of someone being so nervous to not touch those fucking snacks. Because it's so stressful. You're in the hotel and you're like, wow, there's a big refrigerator filled with good goodies that I can't have. It's just a sad moment. You're just like...
Well, the thing is with hotels that's tough is that, you know, it's like, you know, to innovate the industry it's tough because, you know, I'm thinking about, okay, you stay at a regular hotel and there are some parts of the process that are annoying, but then you go and you stay at a more high-end hotel and it's like that's what they are for, is to alleviate those issues that you have at, you know, not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of like what's a way to like make the experience different, but like that's a tough one.
Ask your ask the person if it's okay to go in their room. I've been in hotels and I come back and I'm like,
Well, that's
what's going on? Like somebody was in here, somebody was setting things up.
You remember what happened to me?
Someone was doing shit. I was like, what? What do you... I didn't say it was okay for you to like get permission. What?
Do you remember what happened to me?
No.
So, story time.
Story time.
I'm in a hotel room and I'm in the shower and I left the doors open. I didn't leave the doors open, but I left the door to the bathroom open. And so essentially when you walk into the hotel room, you walk in, the bathroom's on your right, you go forward, and then you have the bed and the TV and the sitting area, whatever. So I'm in the shower getting ready. I believe it was in the beginning of the day. I don't remember if I called down for something or whatever, but I hear knocking and I think I was expecting something to come up. I don't really remember. I'm not sure. But you know, when you I'm trying to think like a way to justify it. So I heard room service knocked on the door and I said, leave it outside. I'm in the shower. I'll grab it. And then I heard another knock and I said, hey, leave it outside. I'll grab it. I stuck my head out the shower and I said that. And then I hear the fucking door open. Everything is open. I'm in the shower. I'm fucking obviously butt naked.
Yeah.
And I get out of the shower and I'm like, yo, leave it outside. Like I scream at the dude and they close the door quickly. And I don't, whatever. They probably didn't hear me. I was in the shower. You probably can't hear it, but they were walking into my room as I'm there. Like, I'm like, bro, like leave it the fuck outside. I didn't know who the fuck it was. And come to think of it, they didn't leave anything. I'm remembering the story a little bit more. They didn't end up leaving anything. So it was very awkward. It was weird.
So Airbnb, make sure that your fucking guests are secure. You should change the passcode to the room. Someone else might have the passcode. Don't give the passcode to people that are cleaners in the building that could come in that room without permission.
Wait.
I was in a hotel room. There was 2 bedrooms, separate bedrooms. So I trip to Florida. Jake is across say you get the big living room. Down this way is his room. Living room, then my room. Abutting my door is the kitchen. It's probably midnight. I hear.
Oh, you're talking about
refrigerator opening. I hear cereal being poured. I'm like, what a badass. What the fuck? It's fucking midnight. Whatever. I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, for like 20 minutes, I was like, is he making a Thanksgiving dinner? What is he doing? The next day, I just casually, like, what the fuck were you eating last night? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when he asked me.
He's like, wait, what are you talking about? I was like, bro, you were making a bowl of cereal at like midnight and you were just chugging soda and going through the drawers and the cabinets. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
Also, I want to say,
somebody came in our fucking room.
I also want to say that my room was, so there's rooms on 2 sides. His was like right next to the kitchen. Mine was like kind of further down, like the bathroom. My bathroom was right next to the kitchen. I had 2 doors closing it into that room. So
I saw a shadow. I saw a shadow. 100% somebody was in the kitchen. I'm like this and I could see the shadow of a body in the kitchen fiddling around. I'm like, yo, somebody's hungry. And the only other person in the room was Jake. I'm like, whatever, none of my business. Let the kid eat. But still, I'm like, I was like, don't be shy. It's no big deal. I've had a midnight snack before. No shame. What? And he goes,
no reason I would have lied about that.
You said no, and there was no reason to lie.
I would have been like, yeah.
And I'm thinking in my head, like, that was either a fucking hungry ghost or somebody has the code. I'm more thinking the latter. Somebody had the code to the room, knows that guests are there.
Well, you also have to say, though, it wasn't a hotel. It was the resident side of a hotel. So there's the hotel, and then the tower next to it is the same brand, but it was the resident side. So we were staying in an Airbnb at the resident side. And
yeah, so if you want to give people extra reassurance, reassure them in your Airbnb ad that the code is a fresh code, or call it a virgin code that's never been used before. There's got to be an industry term, so when those electronic keypads are used, it's not the same code every time, where you're going to have these random people just walking in, helping themselves.
I wonder if that
And for the
actually
record,
happened.
we did have an item that got stolen.
Yeah. Well, as far as we know.
Not a big deal, but it was 100% stolen. It was left somewhere and it was nowhere to be found. And we think it happened in between one of the trips. But yeah, so long story short is, when you're running your Airbnb ad, just mention to the person that's renting that it's a fresh code.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. As usual, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to get notified every single time we post a new episode. Also, when watching these, feel free to leave a comment down below of a business idea or an industry that you would like us to innovate and, talk about strategies and tactics and whatnot. But also check us out on Instagram for updates, clips, and more. Peace out. See you next time. Bye.